Hi! Oh my gosh. Welcome back to another daily reading. No, this is a quick reading, okay? Now, it's been a while. I know. Forgive me. It's been a long last month. So, we are entering Pride Month, okay? It is, as of recording, it is, oh wow, it's June 4th, 404. So we got triple fours going on right now. So maybe that's a synchronicity for someone. I do have some new cards, okay? I have a quick 4-card spread that I'm going to do. I got some new decks. This Rumi Oracle deck, which I'm excited about. And I got this Buddhism Oracle deck. So I'm going to shuffle the last card from here before I read the rest of these. Okay, so we're going to see what messages the universe wants you to know. Oh, and there we go. So we're going to take that one. Oh, it's 2. I'm going to put, okay. And then what I want to do, I have this other deck here, which I've used in other videos, so you might have seen in another video. But it's a creative whack pack, okay? Now, I normally do a 4-card spread, as you guys know, for all of you returners. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome. I'm really happy for you to be here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Thanks for viewing. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you've seen these cards before, I love these cards because I basically am here to give you a different perspective, a perspective from my perspective. This is, my life that I'm sharing with you. Okay? So, my messages here are meant for you to hear. They're meant for someone to hear because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. Okay? But as you apply what I say here, if you choose to anyway, I want you to, with this, if I remember, as long as I remember, I'm going to try to pull a card from here at the end of each reading. Just so you can take what you learned here and then apply it to this card. And then this will give you another, like a third way. So it's like, if my readings are meant to give you a different way to look at things, that's what these cards do. These cards give you a different way to look at things. So I literally can just pull one of these cards, and whatever you're going through, you can apply this card to whatever situation. But I get more specific with these. So we're going to see what the universe wants you to know. And then I'm going to pull one of these cards at the end, okay? All right. So without further ado, let me take a sip right quick. All right. Okay, so what the universe wants you to reach for. This is an energy that the universe wants you to reach for, okay? From the Affirmators deck, we have patience. So someone here needs to work on their patience. Congratulations. You've been granted more patience. You may start using it right away or much, much later. Waiting a long time is a sort of option now afforded to you by greater patience. Can you believe it? Look at this. You're still reading or you're still listening and haven't started getting annoyed yet. Imagine how this patience will transform your life. Imagine how easy it will be to go to the post office. All right, so even if it's not the post office, it can be the DMV, it can be the library, anywhere that you just need more patience. Conversations. I have my crystal ball here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm so happy. And then this is my little fossil. But anyway, more patience. Patience is a virtue, from what they say. And it's something that the older we get, and I want to say the older we get as time progresses. If we look at the day and age that we're in now compared to, you know, decades ago, centuries ago, everything is quicker now. Things have been quicker now than they've ever been when it comes to transportation, when it comes to getting what you want, when it comes to cooking, when it comes to, you know, buying things. We have come to a part or a time where things are more quick. We're quick to get things. Okay. So the quicker that we're getting things, the easier it is to lose patience because we want things now. Why bake a meal for an hour where you can microwave it, or at least air fry it? At least nowadays, everybody's air frying. But we're just so used to having things quicker. So someone here needs some patience. So this is the energy that we're reaching for. So we understand, universe understands you don't have patience now. But that's why it's an energy that you're reaching for, okay? What the universe wants you to shield or hold close, you know, protect, okay? Food. And it's funny I mentioned food earlier, or just now, okay? What I eat fuels me. I eat the best foods accessible to me. I infuse my food with love and gratitude before eating, visualizing the nutrients I am consuming and the love that went into growing and preparing the food. And this ties in perfectly with the whole patience thing, because we were just talking about how food, even like food-wise, we're still getting to a point where we want things quicker. But on top of wanting things quicker, use this time to bless your food. You know, a lot of people, we say our prayers before we eat. I'm guilty of forgetting. Okay, so Lord knows my heart. But start setting intentions, okay? So when you make your water, you know, bless the water. You know, be grateful for the water. Set intentions that this water is going. I'm setting the intentions that this water is going to provide me the nutrients that my body needs, that it will hydrate me, it will provide me with all of the positive benefits that it is meant to, and then some. And I want to say thank you. Okay? Bam. Then you say thank you, and bam. But if you do that every time, woo, you know, the places will go. All right. So next we're going to move into what the universe wants to shed light on. You know, just one of those moments where like the light comes down and then, you know, so this is that energy that, energy, okay, you know, that the universe just wants to shed some light on. The courage of your love, okay? Now, this is where we come into some of my new decks. So this is from the Lonue Oracle deck, and then these decks have these beautiful pictures on it, okay? So I'm going to share that image with you. Check it how it resonates or get what you want from it. All right. Your heart is strong enough to overpower old patterns. Surrender to love's sanctuary without conditions or equivocations. You are not to give in to shaming stories that cast your regal, lion-like nature in the falsehood of victimization or powerlessness. Roar at such lies until the weak glue holding them together melts under the fire of your holy breath. Assert the dignity of your own heart and soul. All right. So this is the energy that we're shedding light on. And I love how there's fire references in here. Or was it fire references? Oh, yeah. Okay. Under the fire of your... Yeah. Okay. Oh! So I missed this part. So, like, I would just read in this part, but then it has, like, a little quote up here, too. And the quote says, love is the sunrise, while thought is only a flashing light. And remember that this is what the universe wants to shed light on. You know, so that is very synchronistic. And so is the light right here that's shining. It's showing, you know, it's shining light to the bubble. You know, it's going to the bubble, which is the protective bubble. That's what it looks like. And remind you, this is the protection, you know, what the universe wants you to protect. Your food, you know. So watch what you're eating. Okay. Along with blessing the food, also be more conscious of what you're eating, how much you're eating, you know, healthier options. But when it comes back to courage of love, a lot of times we are fed narratives that aren't necessarily true, aren't necessarily valid. It might be true or valid to certain people, but doesn't mean it's necessarily true or valid to you. So you don't have to apply that truth to your truth, because just because it's true doesn't mean it's your truth. So protect your sanity, so protect your truth, okay? And you're going to be strong enough to do so. You know, love has no conditions. And that's how you know that there's love, because it's there with no conditions. It doesn't need to be certain qualifying circumstances in order for you to feel love. And that's how you know when love is unconditional. There's no conditions for it, okay? The roar at such lies until the glue breaks holding them together is sticking out. I just want to put clarification on this part. When it says roar, it doesn't mean you have to be loud. Doesn't mean you have to be louder than the next person. Okay? But roaring can be a sense of holding your own, holding tight. You know, sticking up for yourself. Speaking up doesn't necessarily mean you have to yell. You don't have to roar. But you can still have the courage. And that's with the courage of love. Okay, when you love yourself, you're going to stick up for yourself. You're going to have the courage for yourself to do these things that you weren't doing before. Have the courage to. Be patient, though, because the courage is coming. Because this is all, you know, this is energy that we're reaching for, okay? But when you love yourself, you have patience for yourself. And this is food for thought, okay? Not all food is edible. Some food you just think about. You don't have to consume everything either. And you don't have to consume all of it either. As in, yeah, you're hungry. I just looked up and saw a no food or drink sign. That's funny. But you don't have to finish the whole plate. You can save some for later. And saving some for later isn't necessarily I know a lot of times we're used to saving food because we don't know what our next meal is going to be. But that's different from being like a glutton. You don't have to overdo, okay? What the universe wants you to stay strong on. Lethargy. All right. So with lethargy, lethargy is a temporary situation. It is not an inherent quality. You can overcome lethargy by engaging in regular nourishment of both your mind and body. See, look, nourishment. Food, lethargy. Okay, so this is where lethargic comes from. Okay, so, but in a non-food sense, you can nourish your body, your mind, and your soul, all without food. You know, meditation is a good nourishment. Conscious breath, conscious breathing, just being conscious is being conscious, you know, things like that. A lot of situations, sorry, I'm being nosy. A lot of, excuse me, a lot of situations that, you know, we find ourselves in are temporary. So don't get caught up on, ooh, don't get caught up on temporary problems that have permanent solutions. That's what just came to me. Don't get caught up on having solving or having temporary problems that causes permanent solutions. All right, so if you keep an idea that things are temporary, be patient. Sometimes you can just wait out the problem. That's another thing too, being patient. You're just waiting it out. Because what are we in a rush for? Why are we rushing to get done what it is that we feel needs to be done? You know, there's no rush. Everything's work in divine timing. Everything times how it works out how it's supposed to. Okay. All right. And that's the reading for today. You know, it's cute, quick. I wanted to come in and say hello because I missed you all. I'm going to get back into my weekly uploads. So don't worry there. We're going to take the one that dropped on the floor, okay? So, when it comes to everything that I just said, we're going to sum it up here. And we're going to take this and apply it. I'm not going to go into depth about this. I'm just going to read it and I'm going to leave it here, okay? Before I go, I want to give thanks to E, all the above. You can fill A through D with whatever you want, whether it's you guys. Thank you for listening. Whether it's you. The Most High. Yeshua. You know, let's just give thanks to those energies that are greater than us. All right? So we're going to give thanks. So thank you. Also, we're going to, all day long, we breathe unconsciously for ourselves. So let's just take this moment to breathe for someone else. Whether they're here, whether they're no longer here, whether they're thinking about you, whether they're not. You know, let's just breathe for someone else. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Okay? So, lastly, we're going to focus on real truth. All right? So apply this to this message today. 2 men went to a Sufi court to settle a dispute. After the plaintiff made his case, the judge said, "That's right." Then the defendant made his case, and again the judge said, "That's right." At this, the clerk of court exclaimed, "They both can't be right." The judge replied, "That's right." Moral of the story is, truth is all around us. What matters is where you put the focus. Where should your focus be? All right. Side note, I said I wasn't going to talk about this card, but didn't I say that earlier? Go back, you know, I said that earlier as far as the different truths and perspectives. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave you right here. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Other than that, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.